Hey guys, Tatiana Ward here with BEATFACEHONEY.com, and thanks so much for joining me. So, those of you who follow me on Twitter and those of you who follow me on Facebook know that I have been speaking a lot in the past week about losing weight and really buckling down and losing weight. I started doing research and really needed something that was effective and kind of like a lifestyle change. I didn't want to go on a diet necessarily. I just wanted to slowly, steadily lose weight and just learn how and what to eat. She magically appears out of nowhere every single time. So I did some research and decided that Weight Watchers was probably going to be the best bet for me. And the reason being, I've known people in the past who had really great success and managed to keep their weight off with Weight Watchers. And as far as I'm concerned, weight has always been an issue with me. I have never been a thin person before. I've never really been under 170 pounds. I'm 5'7", and I'm just very broad. I have wide hips, broad shoulders. My legs are naturally very muscular. I'm very busty. So being thin is just not an option for me. So when I weighed my thinnest, which was 170 pounds, I looked, because of my stature, I looked like I was 130 pounds. So I don't really want to be thin by the number. I just want to look thin and I want to feel better. I have back problems. I'm lethargic. I'm tired. All those problems that weight brings, and also you just don't feel good about yourself. So Weight Watchers seem to be the best solution. And on top of that, my big sister Sophia, who a lot of you follow on Twitter also, Sassy Soph, she was like, dude, I'm on Weight Watchers too, and it's working for me. And so we hadn't even discussed this. I didn't know that she was on Weight Watchers. She lives in Florida, so we don't really get to see each other that often. So I didn't know that she was going through a weight loss or anything like that. So I spoke with her about it and I was like, hey, why don't you do this with me? And she was like, actually, I'm already doing that. So it just kind of was perfect. So after looking at Weight Watchers and deciding which program was going to work best for me, I decided that because of the cost and just because my whole life is lived online anyway, the online program would be best. And the online program isn't like the legit Weight Watchers program where you go to meetings and you have a counselor and all that. The online program, you're basically just responsible for yourself and you have to answer to only yourself. And the most important thing about it is to be honest. I got on the scale and I didn't think that my scale was broken when it read what it read. I knew that it really was that I had gotten that big. And I'm totally not afraid to tell you guys that my starting weight was 224.8 pounds. 224 pounds for 5'7" is not acceptable. And it just is not cute. So when you join Weight Watchers online, they ask you your starting weight. And they also ask you your goal weight. And I said my goal weight was 170 pounds. So it calculates how many calories you're supposed to be eating in a week for you. And it calculates how much weight you should be losing per week to reach that goal in a timely manner. And then it does all the calculations for you and the rest is up to you. It came up with a number, what they call points, that I can have per day as far as food is concerned. Because I don't know how to actually put my computer for you guys to see, I'm just going to hold my computer up. But I just really wanted to briefly show you what it looks like. Here you have your home screen when it comes to Weight Watchers. Right here is the amount of points I'm allotted per day. This is my weekly points. And then those are the two numbers that matter the most. Now, my weekly points and daily points, here's how they work. My daily points, it says 18, but that's because I've already eaten today. But my daily points were calculated at 39. So I had 39 points and I could eat whatever I wanted. And the Weight Watchers website is really, really cool because you can go on there and every single thing I eat has a value, a points value. So I can have a Big Mac. I can eat whatever I want. But you have to consider that a Big Mac is 14 points and you only have 39 points for the day. So you've got to make those 39 points last. Now, the beautiful thing about Weight Watchers is that fruits and vegetables are no points. It doesn't matter how much you eat. You can eat as many fruits and vegetables as you want. Also, diet sodas are 0 points. So you can drink as much diet soda as you want. I have eaten crab cakes, and it's only my first week of Weight Watchers. Monday, today is Tuesday. Monday was my first week completed with Weight Watchers. I ate crab cakes. I went to Boston Market. I drank alcohol. I ate all kinds of stuff. I had vegetables. But the thing about vegetables is that I ate vegetables, but they were like sauteed. So I had to calculate not the vegetables, but the butter. And when you go to a restaurant, you just have to guesstimate. Like, they're not asking you to be 100% specific. You just guesstimate. Like, I would guess, okay, there's probably 2 tablespoons of butter. So that's all I would calculate. Or if I had a salad, like a tuna salad, I wouldn't calculate the tomato and lettuce and any of that. All I would calculate was my dressing, the tuna, and the mayo that it took to make the tuna. And I found that I didn't feel, or I don't feel like I'm on a diet. I feel like I'm eating the things that I want to eat, but I'm just being held accountable for them and being reminded constantly that I've got to make these points last throughout my day. And if you go over your daily points, it will dip into your weekly points and take away from your weekly points. And I guess like the weekly points are there just because they know that you're going to underestimate or overestimate in some of your food selections and the points that they cost. I've only gone over my daily points once, and that was on Sunday. And I knew I was doing it, but I was okay with it because I wanted whatever it was that I was eating. But I promised myself that the next day I would just eat like lots of fruits and vegetables and low point things. Also, there's an app on your phone, and that's essential. Once you pay, the starting rate is like $60 something, and you get like 3 months with that. So you pay one price, and I don't have to pay again until August, which is so awesome. You get this app that's on your phone. It's available to Android and iPhone, and you can literally be in the supermarket and be like shopping. And there's 2 apps, actually. There's one app. I haven't gotten the other one yet. There's the one app where you could just track everything. You could go on there, you could type in whatever it is that you're looking for, and you may not find that exact same thing in their database, but you can find something similar to it and see how many points that will cost you. And you know right away, okay, well, I can afford that, or no, I can't afford that. My sister was telling me that there's also an app where it scans barcodes, so you can know exactly if that item is in the database. You'll know exactly how many points that'll cost you. I did mention that sodas are 0 points. Diet sodas are 0 points, which is awesome for those caffeine drinkers. I'm not really a huge caffeine drinker. Usually I'm drinking water, and I do love Coke. I love Coca-Cola. I'm not the type of person that like keeps soda in my house or has to go out and buy a soda. And the funny thing is, at my heaviest, I was craving soda a lot. Like, before I started Weight Watchers, I was drinking a lot of soda, which is very out of character for me. I don't really like to drink a lot of soda. But there are things that you can do with the diet to make it go faster. If you're drinking a lot of diet soda, yes, it may be 0 calories, but it's still a lot of sugar. So I just stopped drinking soda altogether and replaced it with water and drank a lot of water. Just like, again, you can have that Big Mac and you can have 2 Big Macs in a day. That's 35 points. But is that really helping you in your diet? You're staying within your points and you're staying within your calories, but is that helping you towards your goal, helping you towards learning how to eat smaller portions, shrinking your stomach and retraining your body and mind to learn how to eat, again, smaller portions, healthier choices? I really did try to refrain from eating like a lot of junk. I went to a wedding my first week in Weight Watchers, and my mother and I got an entree and we split it. It was like crab cakes and mashed potatoes, and instead of us each eating our own, we just split so that we had equal portions, each of us. And, you know, it's things like that that you will do better with. So, needless to say, another very, very, very important thing that I did was I got myself back into the gym. I had been paying for a gym membership. I know this is the hardest part, and I know this is what people really don't want to do. I hate going to the gym. I absolutely detest it. I despise it. It smells sweaty and gross. I feel like everybody's looking at me. I feel like people are like, oh, look at the fat girl. I feel like it's just the worst experience. I will make 1,000 excuses to not go to the gym. Aside from the fact that I have a really bad back, and sometimes it really is very painful for me to go to the gym. But I have to remember that I have a bad back as a result of my own doing and the weight that I've put on myself. And I have to pay the consequence. So I went to the gym only 3 times, and I walked a half an hour each time, and then did like a half an hour of weight training. Walked between 3.0, 3.5, and 4.0 for that half an hour. Really, I just have to remind myself when I go to the gym that I'm not that important. People are not there to just gawk at me or look at me. As big as I am, I've seen other people who are bigger, and I'm not staring at those people. I don't give 2 craps what they're doing on their treadmill over there. I really don't. All I'm worried about is trying to get through it. And I have to remind myself that that's probably what everybody else in this gym is thinking about. I'm worried about what's going on my treadmill, not what's going on yours. Get over it. Stop thinking that everybody's looking at you, and just go do it. And you'll feel a lot better for it. That was number 1, just a light walk. That's all. You don't have to do the weight training. And I'm telling you what has worked for me thus far. I'm not even telling you what I know to be scientifically true. I'm just telling you what I know worked for me. Lastly, I did not weigh myself the entire week. And truthfully, I wasn't even tempted to, because I know what that's like. It's just a struggle to weigh yourself every day, to wake up. Maybe you gained some weight because you have been weight training or whatever. I didn't even want to know. I just, honestly, it wasn't a temptation. I'm not pressed to lose 100 pounds in like no time at all. I'm really not. I'm just like taking it easy and not pressed. Again, I don't think of this as a diet. I just think of it as a lifestyle change. And weighing myself every day, putting that pressure on myself every day is it's not on my list of things to do. However, Weight Watchers at the completion of a week will tell you that you are supposed to go weigh in. And for people who are on like legit Weight Watchers, again, where they go to like the meetings and they have a counselor and all that stuff, they actually go to the Weight Watchers establishment and they get weighed in front of their counselor, which I think can be very helpful, because it's not only you that you're responsible and have to explain yourself to, but it's a counselor. However, in this case, I'm being as forthcoming with myself as I possibly can with my point system. If I eat something that I know I shouldn't have eaten, I will still calculate it, because I know it's not going to work if I don't. So I got on the scale, not really expecting anything, and lo and behold, I had lost 9.4 pounds, which blew my mind. And I knew that I felt better, and I knew that I could see changes in my body from a week. That amount of weight was very striking. I just didn't realize that I had lost that much weight. And again, I think it's because I cut out soda entirely. Even though you can have it, I still cut it out. And everything is just in smaller portions. I'm just eating better. And, you know, I called my sister, and she was like, on her first week, she thinks she lost like 4 pounds or something, but she was still drinking soda. And I really think that is a major factor. And I know the bulk of the weight loss will be in the beginning, and then it'll dwindle off at some point. So this next week, I'm not expecting to lose another 9 pounds. Maybe just 2 or 3 pounds, but whatever. As long as I'm losing weight, I really don't care how long it takes. So that's my experience thus far with this past week. And I didn't want to do a vlog about it, because I asked you guys on Facebook and Twitter, and everybody was like, oh, please make vlogs, please make vlogs. But I didn't want to do it until I knew for sure that it worked. And I can say honestly that if you follow it truthfully, it's going to work. I see that already. So I think I'll probably just do weekly updates for you guys, but I really hope that some of you will join also and take my advice, because there's no sense in being in a body that you hate. I'm just ready to make a lifestyle change. Oh, and another thing I wanted to talk about. When I first told my friends and some family that I was doing Weight Watchers, literally every single one of them, with the exception of my mother, God bless her, all laughed. They were like, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? You just need to stop eating crap and work out. And it was very hurtful, but it was also very motivating. And I don't, like, literally my friends laughed. Like, one of my best friends laughed in my face. And I was just like, why does everybody think this is such a joke? And I think they see Weight Watchers on TV and they just think it's a scam, or like, I literally had people tell me that you're not going to do it, you're not going to stick with it, because they've seen me fail 1,000 times at 1,000 different things, because this is my addiction. Food is my addiction. Just like some people are addicted to heroin or pills or booze, I am absolutely addicted to food, and they've seen me lose several times. And I have no doubt that I'll lose again, because that's part of addiction, is that maybe you have a setback, but maybe you get back up. So the lack of faith, don't worry about it. I went ahead with it anyway, and they all ate shit when I called them and said, hey, 9.4 pounds down. Ha. They were all like, oh. But, and then like, when I'm out, and I'll literally, even if they think it's funny, even if they think it's ridiculous, then I'm like, I don't have the points for that today. Or, sorry, I already ate up all my points and I can't do that. And I almost do it at this point now just to irritate them, because they laughed at me and thought it was so stupid or so silly. So now I just kind of rub it in their faces like, yeah, it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Kind of sounds ridiculous to me too, points and all that stuff. But it works, so eat shit. So yeah, don't worry about what other people are saying. Really, I didn't, and that's my closest. My entire support system laughed at me. So don't worry about it. Just do what you got to do, and make sure you prove them wrong. So yeah, I hope that I have the support of you guys, and I'm so down to support you if you choose to do this with me. And it's exciting, and I'm excited about it. And I hope that you can see me shrink as the days go by and weeks go by. And I hope that just as many of you come to me and tell me that I helped you with your weight loss journey as I did with your makeup application. So that's it. Until next time, thanks so much for watching.